Okay, it's recording, and hopefully something good will come out of this. So this episode is a little bit different here. I am on my own. I'm not with Tim, and so don't expect this exchange, conversation, funny, silly, idiotic stories and stuff. No, it's different. It's supposed to be a journal, actually. Yeah, no, it's journals are boring, but anyway. So I'm in Dubai. I'm in the international airport in Dubai, Terminal 3, and as you can hear around me, there's lots of noise. I'm actually in the lounge of Terminal 3. Yeah, I'm whatever. I have some perks from my company that I work for, and I will head to Brazil, to Sao Paulo. Sao Paulo. How do you pronounce it? Sao Paulo. Yeah. And after that, I should stop saying "and" or "actually" all this kind of things. But anyway. So from Sao Paulo, I will then take another flight and go to Ilhéus. And from Ilhéus, yeah. So don't expect to understand anything from this, but from Ilhéus I will then take a taxi and drive about 60 minutes, and then arrive to a retreat, which is called a retreat center. Which is called Spirit Vine, and it's not spirit and wine, Spirit Vine, where I will drink a very powerful drug, which is called Ayahuasca. So this journal, or this audio journal, is really trying to capture the experience and try to tell what I think, or tell what I've encountered there, and get you to benefit. Well, if you can benefit anything from this. But yeah, so that's what I'm trying to achieve here. And I've been inspired doing this because I've seen other people going to this ayahuasca ceremonies or ayahuasca retreat. Journaling. Well, do a journal the same way, like a video journal. But so yeah, so that's day one. We are the 12th of December 2014, and I expect to do this not every day. Well, maybe every day. I don't know how it will come out. And yeah, see you soon. Here we go. Day 2. Yes, day 2. 13th of December, Saturday. I'm there. I'm at the retreat, the Spirit Wine retreat. I took the plane this morning from Sao Paulo to Ilhéus. Still, I don't know why I'm putting so much effort to try to pronounce all these names. I'm practically sure I pronounce them incorrectly. And from Ilhéus, I took this taxi with another guy coming from Poland, and we drove to Iticare. It took us 1 hour, and here I am. It's about 5 p.m. and the other guest from the retreat will come as well. I've been told that will be 13 We spent 8 days together, the 13 of us. So I met a couple of them. Yeah, they're all nice, smiling, and actually I'm still wondering right now what I'm doing here a little bit, and why I'm doing here this journal, this diary, this audio diary, because I was talking to the guy, this Dominic guy, this Polish guy, in the car from Ilius to Itikare, and he told me that he did about 6-7 ceremonies, and took 7 times ayahuasca, and he did peyote, well, and other drugs before. And it feels like he's almost like an old timer, and he doesn't brag like I'm trying to do. I don't know if I'm trying to brag here right now, but so I hope that this ayahuasca things will bring me things, because maybe I'm putting too much pressure here, or I'm expecting too much from this ayahuasca ceremony. I don't know. I'm looking to the guy who did this 7 ceremonies already, and I don't know. And he told me about another friend of her, which should also come also to this retreat, who did 30 ayahuasca ceremonies, and she's still coming. It means that it's not like something maybe as immediate, that you get all this immediate result and it's done. But you still need to process things, and maybe this is where I am, and this is what I feel right now is this expectation. I came here because maybe I wanted to have this shortcut and get these immediate results. And what these results are are insights, discoveries or answers. Okay, that's the word, answers. All these answers that I'm expecting to get. And I feel apprehensive right now. All these people, old-timers coming back, and they still don't have the answers. Well, maybe they have, I don't know. So, well, this is the place where I am. It's uncertainties, expectation in the middle of the jungles. But it's not that wild, to be honest, because it's very nice setup. You have all these small houses. You have a pond where you can swim. You had some people who are doing some yogas there. So it's a very safe environment here, very safe. It's not like wildfire in the middle of jungle with all the wild animals. Not at all. It's I'm just checking the time. If you hear my voice going very close to the mic, is because I'm checking how much time I've spoken already, and almost like 5 minutes talking shit. God. Anyway, so yeah, we will take dinner at about 1 hour and a half and meet everyone, and we'll have to introduce ourselves. And yeah, so yeah, here we are. This is where I am, and let's see what tomorrow will bring us. Ciao. It's Sunday. It's day 3, and it's about 6 p.m. and in 3 hours I will go to the ceremony room to drink the ayahuasca, the shamanic plant. Ayahuasca is DMT, or dimethyltryptamine. yeah, very fancy. See all the shit that I know. And DMT or dimethyltryptamine is produced naturally by the body, apparently. And what we drink is not other man's body that we juiced up. No, it's a plant who naturally have these components. And this plant is mixed with another plant, apparently, I think. And that's it. This is what you drink, and this is how you get high and get all these visions. So I know it's there, it's almost there, and I've been waiting for I don't know how long to do this. And I feel kind of I don't feel apprehensive actually anymore now. I'm just waiting and see. One of the very important thing that Sylvia mentioned is that you don't need to you shouldn't resist. You should surrender, even if it's very unpleasant. You need to surrender, and that's something that I'm a bit. I don't know how well I will react or how well I will do to this surrendering. I know that there's some images or scenarios that I wouldn't like to encounter, and most probably I will encounter them. I have these deep fears of being buried alive, or things like that, being in caves, and I hope, but I'm sure that I will do. I will exactly be in these situations, but that's part of the process. So if I'm there, I need to surrender. And something else will come up. And if you're not surrendering, if you're just fighting, and if you don't want to surrender, it will get worse and worse and worse and worse. So I don't know how. That's a very, very difficult thing to do actually. Surrendering, being out of control, not controlling anymore. This is exactly what we are not. We're not. I don't find my words now. Sorry, I don't find my words. I hope that you can hear the jungle around me. That's something different. It's nice. The surrounding is nice, you know, the bungalows, the forest, the pond. I swam. I don't know my verbs anymore. My past tense verbs. In the pond, I swam in the pond this morning, and it was nice. So what I was meant to say is, we are not taught. Haven't been taught how to surrender. It was actually the opposite, always fighting, being in control. That was how I've been raised. And I know it's what actually coaching helped me with this. It's helped me to be more relaxed with things. So let's see how it goes with this ayahuasca in 3 hours time. 3 hours less now. Checking out now, and if I'm hopefully I will be the same after that. If I'm all crazy or crazier than usual, maybe you can blame ayahuasca. Okay, you can blame the jungle. Anyway, good to go. Checking out now. Hi everyone, it's Monday 15th of December, it's 7:45 p.m. It's almost pitch black around me. There's a slide train in the jungle, and I did it. I took the ayahuasca, this shamanic plant. I drink the drug, if you want. I did it, and it's beyond words, really. I cannot legitimately describe how amazing it was. It's just incredible, really. And I feel very, very lucky here, because I was expecting something different, really different. I thought it would be hard, it would be difficult, I would suffer, it would be very painful, that I would go through this hellish vision, and in order to get through the other side and get all this, that I had to fight for it, really, and to get all these answers that I'm looking, and it hasn't been the case at all. It was so, the total opposite. But before going there, let me just go through this very quickly, and you can understand that this day episode will be longer than the usual 5 minutes that I did before. So the first thing that I would like to clarify is why people are going to take this drug. Why do we come here in the middle of the jungle to get this drug? So it's really a support mechanism. It's a help mechanism to move you forward. Everyone here, I believe, everyone on this earth has some questions, has some difficulties, struggling, and are looking for these answers, solutions, and what to do next, getting unstuck. It's a little bit like coaching, really. But I guess, unfortunately, I have to say it's way more powerful than coaching. Wow. Really, really, very, very, very much more powerful, I guess. Yeah, I think I want to open a ayahuasca retreat, but I don't think that coaching can. Anyways, forget about it. I'm not going into the debate what is coaching or what is better from coaching to ayahuasca, but it's different. It's different, and ayahuasca I felt here was much more powerful. So this is it. You come here because you're looking for something. You're looking for answers and solutions, and people tell that you have this call, because you stumble across articles or I don't know, YouTube documentaries or whatever, discussing about the ayahuasca, and you're intrigued, and you come here because it's your time. So yeah, it sounds a little bit hoo-hoo out there, not really scientific, but I guess fuck it. This is what it appears to be the things. People are attracted to this. Okay, so what? So that's why, if I can answer this question, is people come here because they're looking for solutions and discoveries and learnings that they help them to move forward. Like me, like me, and I had so many questions, and what is this, my place on this earth? What questions about death? Questions about really what's my purpose really here? And profound questions, deep questions, like many have. So what happens is. I left you yesterday, and I was a little bit apprehensive, as I said, to say, okay, I will go in a couple of hours taking this drug, and I'm expecting it might be very, very difficult and painful. So what happened, I went there, and I had some notes on my computer, so I may read some of this, but I will try to summarize and go to the essence here. You go to a ceremony room, and you need to dress as white, dress in white. Sorry about my English again. I have a shitty English, and I hope that you still understand me. So you luckily enough, I had some white clothes, and you come in the ceremony room. There's a big circle there, and you first thing that happens is let me just go through my notes. You request the Sylvia, the shaman, if you want, who is the manager, shaman manager of this retreat, Spirit Vine, will ask, okay, how much do you want, in terms of doses of ayahuasca, and it really depends of your metabolism, how much do you process. So usually, it's about 50 milliliters for men, about 30 to 40 for women, because of different metabolism. And after 2 hours, if you don't get any results, if you don't see anything, if you don't get any visions or sounds or effect, really, you may get a booster, a small additional volume dose to drink. So after that, we set our intentions. You say, okay, what do you expect from this? Well, I said some. For me, myself, what were my intentions? Well, it was something simple. It's really to have the answers, so to get some answers to all these fundamental questions. So after that, you have a small visualization, just to calm you down, I guess, just to say that, okay, you take the drugs, but you still come back as you are. You not get, all psychotic, and you won't have any second effect, which is actually the case. There's no second effect here after. There's no it's I feel it's really safe. You can trust me or not, but that's what I feel. And so we drink a small cup, the 50 milliliters, but actually I had a little bit more. I had 60 milliliters. So I drank that, and what happened is you had this music that Sylvia would play, and you just wait for the drug to kick in. And during the first 5 minutes, there was Sylvia and another guy who is helping during the ceremony, Michael. His name is Michael. We are just settling in, just making sure that everything is okay. Then they were turning the lights off just to be in darkness, and there was this music, the music, an ambient music playing as well. And I felt after these 5 minutes, the effect, strong effect coming, and I felt this huge heat. I was sweating, and it wasn't going well, really. I felt I would be puking immediately. Because I forgot something extremely important. You're supposed to puke with ayahuasca. You're supposed to vomit. It's not an easy ride. You drink ayahuasca. You need to hold the ayahuasca inside you for at least 1 hour in order for your body to process the drug and to get into your bloodstream. And so that's why. So Sylvia would come to you after an hour to say, okay, now it's fine. You should be able to puke or vomit. But you should do whatever the best efforts to retain, so to breathe into this huge desire to vomit, because the drink is very, very powerful. I have been told before that the taste is horrible. I didn't find it that horrible. It was very natural, kind of, the taste of coffee and grass and earth, and it was very earthy taste. So as I said, after 5 minutes, I was just feeling like puking, vomiting. So I said, shit, and I was standing up. not standing up. I was on my mattress. Sorry, I forgot. I'm forgetting half of the information. So forgive me about that. But so all the participants are in the circle and on mattresses, and I was upright on the mattress at the beginning, and you have a small bucket where you can vomit just for you. And after these 5 minutes, I was like feeling really okay. Shit, I will vomit. So I lie down. I was in this upright position, so I lie down on my mattress and felt better. And after 1 hour, when it was this safe, signal from Sylvia to say, okay, she came around us to say, okay, it's 1 hour. I didn't feel like puking at all anymore. I was feeling fine, actually. I was waiting to something to happen. And nothing happened. And then there's another signal from Sylvia, and it's at 2 hours. And again, I forgot to mention this. It's very not structured, everything that I'm telling you is not structured, so sorry about that. So after 2 hours, she do another round, coming, asking, mentioning, it's okay, it's 2 hours now. Do you feel anything, or do you want a boost? If you don't feel anything after 2 hours, it means that maybe you need a little bit more to help, for your metabolism. And at this stage, to me, I didn't feel anything, and I can hear around me the others actually that the effects were kicking in, because first of all, there was this guy after, I think, 15 minutes into it, he ran straight to the toilet. There's a toilet a little bit outside the temple. He ran straight at the toilet, and you can hear him puking as hell, like puking and yeah. So he didn't hold the 15 minutes, but it seems like he was struggling. Sorry, he didn't hold for the 1 hour, but he was struggling, and I can hear around me people that were starting to shift, and there was some moaning, and some people, even people crying. I can hear all this. There was like this sense of something was going on, and for me, nothing. I can hear the music in the background, this ambient, tribal, whatever songs coming one after the others, and there was nothing. I couldn't felt anything. So I said to myself, well, shit, you know what? It doesn't work for me. It doesn't work. It's all bullshit, and I was even thinking about this podcast to say, well, what will I say? That I went to the Brazil jungle to experience nothing, to drink this, and there was nothing after that, no effect. So I was very doubtful here, and I was just like, so just about these 2 hours, and Sylvia was starting to do this round, and something happened. So this, and it wasn't a vision. And because I've read a lot, I was kind of expecting something to happen. I was expecting vision to appear straight, like even if you had your eyes open, the way that it usually happens is so you see colors, different colors, a little bit, so you look this darkness, and there's colors appearing, and there's shapes, geometrical shapes that should appear. So this is how it happens. It kicks in slowly like this, by this sequence. And actually, when we did this sharing exercise in the afternoon, people mentioned about these geometrical shapes appearing. So I was waiting for this to appear, to say, okay, now but I was feeling something different. It wasn't visual, it was feeling. Feeling something inside my skull, like something which was expanding my skull. And it was extremely weird, but I couldn't see anything. So, okay, where are the visions? Where is this? This mark or kick off to say, yeah, that's it. You are now tripping, or no. I didn't have any of this. So I closed my eyes, and this is where everything started. And I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned, because I've started this recording 3 times. That's my third trial. The first time I didn't record it, obviously, and the second time I went, I don't know, 2 minutes. But now that's my third attempt. But I don't know if I told you that I was expecting something very bad to happen, but I had to go through this pain and suffering, and yeah, maybe I've told you. Anyway, so I was expecting a bad trip. In order to get the insights learning, I had to fight for it. So I was expecting that. But now, what happened, I had this very nice feeling, sensation running in my back. It was tingling, it was so much pleasure, you know, it was like almost, and I described this to the sharing group, it was very sensual. There was nothing erotic or nothing sexual really, nothing happened in this genital zones at all, or on my dick, nothing happened there. I wasn't hard or anything. Yeah, suddenly this podcast gets 18 plus, not safe for work, whatever. So it was sensual. It was like this kind of, it was actually better than sex. It was better than sex. That's something that came, and I was just like, suddenly I was laughing. It was this sense of joy, happiness. I was laughing, and there was humor. There was like this sense of humor. Humor was very important, and almost the entire experience was about humor. You know, laughing. You need to laugh. Laugh is essential. So I don't know if it makes sense, but this is what happened there. And that's one of my values, actually, humor and laughing. And it seems like to me that ayahuasca was telling me, or it is ayahuasca, or is it my subconscious or whatever, but was telling me, yeah, your humor thing, you know, the way to see life as not, don't be that serious. That's good thing. Continue, laugh. You should laugh. And I had this pleasure again all around my body, and I was laughing, and I could hear around me people crying, and I hear the other guy who after 15 minutes was puking. He was still puking after 2 hours and something. He was puking, and it was mourning, and it was horrible. And he shared his stories, and for him it was horrible. It was for him going to hell. And for me, with the music in the background and the people crying, I didn't care. I had the time of my life. It was so funny. I was laughing, and I suddenly said to myself, "Shit, I'm having a good trip." I was expecting the entire opposite. I was expecting me to see this hellish vision of being to a cavern or whatever. And here it was a good trip, very sensual, good laughing. Everything was cool. And whatever, I don't know if how to interpret this, but you have this relation. This is what it is. You have this relation with the plant, with ayahuasca. It's an entity. This is how it's presented. So it can be bullshit, really. It's not. Again, it may just be the drug, and this is your everything is created by your brain, and I'm sure maybe that is. I don't know anymore, but that's it can be something with your subconscious. You open your subconscious, you fire your neurons, and suddenly all these chemicals do something. So it doesn't. It can be anything, really. But here you have this relation with a plant, and to me this plant appears as something which is very feminine animal. And yeah, I had this. Did I had sex? No, it wasn't sex. It was a sensual, laughing relationship with this animal plant, and I could smell this very organic smell as well. And this plant, I don't know if it's me, my subconscious. I don't know how it happened, but I could control this through my breathing, I guess. I don't know, but it seems to me that there was a protocol between the plant and me that happened, a protocol. Or so the plant, and let's say it's the plant, for the sake of not saying my subconscious or my brain or whatever, or the drug. The plant saying was telling me, okay, I will give you vision, I will show you different visions, and you'll experience different stuff. But your ass, your arrogant ass, or your cynical thing that you always do, every time that you do that, I will basically not punish you, but you possibly be able to, you'll puke, basically, you'll vomit, if you don't behave. It's just like, it seems like this. If you don't behave, if you become this arrogant asshole or this dick, by criticizing or being very analytical or all this, if you don't surrender to the experience, and if you have this arrogant shit or dick, so not shit, dick, I will make you puke. Till now, you haven't puking, and I was actually a bit proud of myself, because around me I could hear everyone was, not everyone, no, I'm exaggerating. Some people don't puke at all, actually, but majority where you can see them going to the toilets or puking. But I was holding that, and I couldn't feel anything. I was just like, yeah, it's fine. So I had this thing. So the vision started, and that this protocol or this system between the plant, this understanding between the plant and me, this is what happened, because the plant would show me something, and I would just, oh fuck, why are you showing me this? And then you had this little sensation that, okay, I will remember, I will make you vomit if you do this. So I had, oh yeah, calm down, I will do it again. So I was playing like this, because whatever vision that happened, I was just like, oh fuck, no, that's not possible. Why are you showing me this? And I can, one example that makes me totally laugh. Because the entire thing, I still had this sensation, this central sensation, and I was still laughing. I was, when I say laughing, I was not aloud, but in my head, I was just like, I'm emitting some small sound of laughter, sorry. Sorry again, my English. Sorry about my English. I hope that all this makes sense. How much time do I record this? It has been recording this. Fuck, 22 minutes. I don't know if I will be summarizing all my trips like that, but anyway. Maybe the next one will be shorter. So, so the vision were coming, and one of the visions, so one thing that happened, which was a vision of me being a dinosaur, like feeling being a dinosaur, a T-Rex, precisely a T-Rex dinosaur, and it, and really feeling it, just like, shit, what is that? And the plant, or whatever, the drug, again, for the sake of it, the plant tells me, yeah, you've been a T-Rex in your past life. I was like, oh, you're fucking joking. This is the most ridiculous thing that I've ever heard. Yeah, because I was conscious, by the way. I was aware. I was aware of all this. So I was myself. I didn't lose control, really. I was myself here. And when I was making these comments in my head, or obviously all this conversation was in my head, suddenly, this force, just this, okay, I'll make you vomit if you continue like that, it came like this, and I said, yeah, it did. And it was like this game, really. It was a game between the plant and me, enjoying, laughing, being, in the moment and present. And when I was like this, everything was okay. I just receiving all the information, appreciating, but every time that I try to interpret or being like cynical or all this stuff, kind of stuff that I can be, this is where I was, I had this alarm to say, okay, careful. So it was kind of a game, and I was making a game at the end. It was just like, yeah, don't. Until, obviously at some stage, I don't know, maybe it was like 2 hours into this thing. The plant say, okay, stop that now, and she made me puke, and I vomit with, it was like, not a lot, but it was very painful, very painful. I was sweating, and I was just like, oh God, extremely painful. So I said, yeah, shit. I was just like, after that, when you receive this pain, you just apologize. You say, yeah, I won't do it again. Sorry, I won't criticize it. Don't do that again. I'm fine. And it's funny, really, what all what you get, you know, from this, all this vision that makes sense or not. But the main thing that I retain from this is these sensations of this pleasure, this laughter, laughing and really be present here without asking questions. Just be there, and doesn't matter. Just I don't know, and I don't know if coaching actually helped me on this, to be at these states of accepting things that happen without questioning, you know, without, you know, just accepting this, be present. Because here in these ceremonies, you have these beginners who didn't do coaching, who question a lot, to say, but what about this, and how does it work, and why, and what if, and with coaching, you know that you need to be there and experience this moment really as it is. And this is what I was doing, and and when I was doing this, it was fine. It was the most, I cannot describe this sensation. I couldn't even believe that you can have this sensation. My body was producing a sensation that was unknown to me. I'm reaching almost 40 in 6 months. I will be 40, and these sensations was totally foreign. I don't know them. It's something brand new, and it's physical. It's not something mental. It's physical sensation in your body. It just so just by that, and this, what I'm retrieving for this, first of all, I was expecting bad stuff, and because I was expecting this bad stuff, it didn't happen at all. And actually, at some point, I was asking, shit, it's good trip, you know, and I've read this good trip can become a bad trip, you know, you start good and you go bad and you finish good, you know, this kind of stuff. You know, it stayed good the entire thing, and I actually asked, okay, well, what about the bad thing? Will it come soon? And the plant or the drug or my subconscious or unconscious, whatever, awareness, doesn't matter. Show me pictures of bad things, you know, show me, okay, you want bad stuff, okay, look at this picture and go there and try to, you know, experience the bad stuff. And it didn't work really, you know. I look at the picture and I was laughing my ass off. I didn't connect with bad stuff. It didn't scare me. I wasn't scared. I was in a good place. And I remember also the smell of the plant here, and it was coming and going, and it's like, you're there, you know. It was a very strange relation here. So this day episode here that I'm mentioning, it seems like coming from the mouth of a crazy man, and I can tell you that I'm not much more crazy than before. But is it real? Is it again the subconscious, unconscious brain? Is it the ayahuasca? Is it something from this, you know, like something woo-woo coming from science fiction? It doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter what it comes from. It's what is important is what you get from it. And what I got from it is this sense of peace and happiness, and I was so happy. I was laughing at the end, you know, because after this, at about 5 a.m., you can leave the room, the ceremony room. The effect can last from until maximum 7 hours. Really. So about that, about at around 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you would it's over really. So I was when the effect of the drug disappeared, I was back myself, but with this sense of joy and happiness, and it was, discovering that I was happy like this, after that, and it really moved me somewhere else. So it doesn't matter what it is. The important, I think, is the effect. So I don't know what will happen the next one, because again they tell you, oh, you had this, and when I shared, I had the most positive experience, like almost having sex with this plant, which wasn't sex at all, but having this, and all the rest were having good, and it was good and bad. So it was a bit difficult for sometimes. For some people it was extremely bad, but at the end it's good. So it's just part of this journey, and to get the learnings you need to go to this dark place. And actually I'm aligned with that. You cannot be always positive. To learn something you need to go there, and don't resist, surrender to these dark places. So at the end it's positive. I can tell you that. It's these sensations, feelings, it's beyond word. I never experienced that. Never. And am I an addict now? No. It's I don't feel like, okay, I need another shot. I did give me that. No, it's a difficult process. Puking this, and the way that it works, and but what you get, this result, which is a lasting result. It's not a short time fix. It's this sensation of laughter, something which is good and positive is there. So I don't know. It sounds maybe like lots of crap for you. Maybe it sounds like bullshit. But this is where I am. I hope that it's all my description is fine. Kind of you brings you something, some kind of information. Maybe if you hesitating to do this. It took me lots of time to take this decision to come here, and tomorrow we have another ceremony, the second one. I don't know what will happen next. Maybe it will be all bad and I will go to this hellish thing. I hope not, but I don't know. It's again, you don't know what will happen, but surrendering and be there, going there, I don't know. We'll see what it brings. Okay, I think it's enough. How much time? 33 minutes. I won't do a 2 hours episode. I don't know. Okay, bye guys. See you tomorrow maybe. It's Thursday the 18th of December. It's the 7th, I believe. Let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, day 7, and it's 9 a.m. You may hear outside that it's raining. It's raining hard, actually. So I had the second session 2 days ago, on the Tuesday 16th of December, and it was really, really different from the previous one. The previous one was extremely sensual, only good feelings. I was laughing a lot. It was extreme pleasure, I guess, and just a confirmation of what is really important as values for me. But when I enter the second ceremony, there was the for lack of a better word, the energy was really different. It was very edgy. I was very uneasy as well, and I was almost prepared to be humbled, you know. And I was, to be humbled. So, and that's exactly what happened. So I took the 40 milliliters of ayahuasca. So as I was told on the first ceremony, I was sent the message that you shouldn't take 60 but 40. So I took 40, and it was in my head it was my safety, because I got less. So I said to myself, okay, if I have less, I could control better. I could control it, and if it gets tougher, if it gets too dark or too challenging, I should be able to control it because it's less of a volume. And it was not the case at all. In fact, it was much more powerful, and that's something that I'm learning. That I've learned is it's not about volume really, and I have this intuition that volume doesn't matter really. So I took the 40 milliliters and I lay down and I tried to think as positive as, not positive, I wouldn't say think of positive, but be in a good state, try to generate something which is positive. That's maybe it. But it didn't happen. I was very edgy. I was uncomfortable a little bit, slightly. And next to me there was this guy, very strong guy, very muscular. He's actually a stuntman for the movies, so you can imagine physically he's a beast, in a good sense. And I became kind of paranoid, you know, because I had this guy just lying next to me, and I could sense that he was losing control because of the ayahuasca, and I was thinking in my head, shit, if he loses total control and he suddenly decides to attack me because he cannot hold it, he's just out of control, how much time before he kills me? And in my head I didn't have a chance against him. So there was this bad feeling, you know, this kind of threat coming there. And the drugs or ayahuasca kicked in, and the effect was much more quicker than the first time. After 1 hour, when Sylvia came to say 1 hour, meaning that's the signal for you that you can basically release or throw up or vomit if you feel like it. I was gone. The sensation started, you know, in my back. The sensation started. I can feel it, and in my face as well. There's something what was going on in my face. And at the same time, always this threat from the guy next to me. And the music that was played was really different. There was this different vibe. It was much more dark, or again edgy. That's the word. There's no other word. Edgy, challenging. It wasn't that as easy or upbeat or positive. So there was a different kind of music, very mantras and yeah, these kind of things. And I wasn't very satisfied. I was you know, I was cursing in my head. I was cursing Sylvia. I had to say, I was calling her bitch. You should have put like more upbeat music. If the music was different, I could have a better experience, more positive experience. But I can see that it was going to a place that was more dark. And but I started dancing. Suddenly and I think this is I know how it starts. It's not vision for me. First thing that everyone reports when you do ayahuasca, you have this kind of shapes, geometrical shapes happening. It wasn't the case at all for me. It starts from the muscles start moving in my back without any control. This is how it's starting. And I could see a small flash in the very corner of my eye. That's the only visual, but all the rest is effect. So I've started moving with the rhythm of the music. I started moving, dancing really, and it was fine. I said to myself, "Oh, well, it's dance. Well, I can handle that. Dancing, okay, it's not extreme pleasure or sensual. Sensual feelings that I had from the first ceremonies, but dancing is fine. I can handle that. Even if there was this sound, very dark. I'm sorry about my lack of vocabulary. I would like to have a more large palettes of words, but I don't have that. So it was dark music, and I could dance, but like almost dancing for a goth party, almost like Joy Division playing for you, and you dancing like this. That's this kind of feeling. So, and dancing in a very gothic environment. Okay, maybe that's a good image. And at the same time, the threat of the guy next to me kind of transformed. I could hear him moving, doing these movements. It was out of control, really. It was out of control. And he told us after when we shared. But suddenly I heard this tiger sound, a tiger, roaring, like this. And I said, okay, that's, it's ayahuasca, it's not there. But I was kind of laughing to say, okay, you're scared to be killed by this guy next to you, but there's a tiger, just in the room. And even if I knew that it wasn't real, but it was. So it made me laugh a little bit. And suddenly because of this roaring, I become a tiger as well. My mouth shaped into a tiger mouth, like this. And it's funny because the first time my mouth was shaping as a T-Rex, and here the shape was totally different. I was trying to compare from the T-Rex shape to this tiger shape, and that was extremely powerful. How suddenly this tiger thing came, and the music changed as well, and the experience changed. I stopped dancing, and suddenly I seen vision of images coming, and it looks like I've seen my heart. I was showed my heart. And my heart was appearing as a tree, and the tree was dead, or lack of color. There was a lack of color. It wasn't. It was like dry tree, dead tree, something like that. And I was told that my heart was dying. That was what What was the message behind? And I said, shit, my heart is dying, fuck. So, why my heart is dying? And why I had these questions, from time to time I would go back to this tiger thing, and I became this tiger. So I was in and out, between questioning why my heart is dying and become this tiger, and just to turn to the guy next to me and become this tiger kind of. And I think this entire ceremony journey for me was to find out why my heart was dying, what was the cause, what was the issue here. And so it was a game, really. It was a game. So to me, okay, why and what do I need? Can I save it? Isn't it too late? Can I save this heart? So I know it sounds crazy, I can picture you listening to this and laughing your ass off to say, what the fuck is he talking about? But I think, again, it's if you can wait, because I think everything is symbolic here. It's symbolic. So the question is, can I save my heart? Yes, you can. And what do you need? And what do I need, or what do I need to do in order to save this heart? And this is where the ayahuasca or my subconscious started to take the piece out of me, started to mock me, to say, okay, so what do I need? And I was coming with things, okay, blue sky, because I could see pictures of an image of a blue sky. Do I need blue sky? Or meaning nature? Yeah, kind of, it was no, not really. So it was kind of, what do I need? Coming with very material thing. And at some stage I was shown gold. My heart need gold. And this is where I understood that I was mocked, and ayahuasca was taking the piece. My subconscious, sorry. So, yeah, I said, I am fucking joking. Gold. This is not gold, for God's sake. And yeah, it wasn't gold, obviously. And suddenly I got it. What do I need? And something which is so simple, which is my family. And I said, oh yeah, my family. And it's true, actually. It's true that my family was something for me which is it's there. I don't need to fight for it. It's there. It's a guarantee almost. It's not the case. It's not the case. It's the most important. My family was on the side, and I was trying to look for something else. Okay, I have that. It's a guarantee. It's safe. It's there. I put it here. Okay, let me try to search for something more. Right? But no, the most important was my family, and that was a big shock. And I'm not shocked, but yeah, like go back to what is fundamental here. Even if it's very traditional view here, for me, it's very traditional, and I tend to believe I was more than us, more. I don't know, progressist, more modern, but you didn't need that. That family is something fine, it's a good thing, but so I was an ass. So that was a good insight, and then okay, fine. So I have family is important. Is it enough? Is my heart saved now? No. So is it? Do I need to spend more time because I had this promotion coming? I just accepted a job last week to be moving to France again, and because I will move earlier, my family will stay in Dubai. until June, and I will have to move earlier, so we'll be separated. So do I need to say no? Do I need to stay in Dubai with them? That was my questioning to save my heart. And to go to the essential, because that was a long story so far, but to go to the essential, it's I'm still checking the time. If you hear me going like this close to the mic, because I'm checking the time. The issue of the problem of my heart dying was linked to Adam. Adam is my second son. First son is Maxim, he's 9 years old, and second son is Adam. And Adam was diagnosed as autistic when he was around 2. And when I've heard the news, because this is exactly how I've learned it, that he was, autistic, I was working, work was, I couldn't even go with my wife and with Adam to the doctor with him. I had to work. I was in London for an event. We were living in the UK at the time. So work was almost more important. I have to admit that it was a priority. So my wife called me. It was and we finished this event, and actually it was about 5-ish, 5-6, and we were at the pub with the colleagues of mine. So really, by now, you can understand that I am a real asshole. But so my wife calls me, and she said, well, Adam is autistic. It's confirmed. It's confirmed because we had some doubt. That's why we did this diagnostic. So when I've heard the news, I just dropped everything and said bye to my colleague. And while I was waiting for a taxi, I started to cry like I never cried before. And in the taxi I was crying, and from the taxi to a train station I was crying, and from the train in the train I was crying, and arrived at the station in Crawley. It's close to Gatwick. This is where I lived with my family. I was crying as well, and from the Crawley station to home, I walked home. It's about 1.5 kilometers. I was crying, and I couldn't stop. It was so painful, this just sad news, this sadness. It wasn't self-pity. It was sad. It was just painful and sad. But when I arrived home, and I calmed down and stopped to cry, and that's it. And that was 4 years ago. And I never cried since then for Adam. And I actually cried very little for other stuff. For 4 years, I didn't have any burst of this emotion, tears coming. And I kind of understand that. I understood suddenly what was that. What was this issue of the heart dying, I was locked myself, the emotion that I had, this emotion, I locked my heart. And from what I understood is I didn't cry enough. I thought that this 3 hours, I guess, journey from London to my home was enough. Was enough crying, and it wasn't the case at all. And suddenly the pain, when I heard the news, I had this pain and sadness. The exact same feeling came to me when I was lying under ayahuasca, exactly the same, and I started to cry again. started to cry again so powerfully. It just and crying and crying, and then I stopped, and I was saying, is it enough? Is it enough crying? And no. And it seems to me that I cried for these 4 years where I locked myself, this. And I was thinking it's almost like a grieving process. You need to take this, you need to take this time to grieve. It was almost like this, but it wasn't self-pity. I'd say poor you or poor Adam. It's just that's the right thing to do. You grieve, or you cry, you express this emotion, and you release that. So that's what happened. And I was constantly checking, is it enough? Is it enough? Is it enough? To finally understand that it's not stopping crying. Actually, it's to cry as I used to cry before. When I was as a teenager, as a kid, I was crying a lot. It was very emotional. And that was the key. I wouldn't say my heart was. I could see picture turning. This tree was starting to be more alive. But I could see that it was very fragile state. That it could back. But really, what I needed to do is to continue. Is to open up. Is to release. Is to cry. And don't hesitate to cry in the future. So, and then I was shown different stuff, I was shown what Adam was hearing, I was pictured that he was hearing a constant rhythm inside his head. And when I was shown this, I was just like, fuck, that's not possible, it's too painful, and I was crying even more. But this is for him. And I think that was, again, a symbolic thing, because I don't believe for a second that he hears that, but there was this overwhelming senses, that's what autism is about. It's you have all received all this information that are amplified. But I was told as well that he managed to control this overwhelming, and it's true that, Adam is much more calmer. So I'm trying to make sense. I'm sure you can hear me right now, and you can see, it just now is totally convinced, or he's went to the other side. He's totally or into this ayahuasca. But no, I'm still trying to be rational. But again, from what I've said last time, is it doesn't matter from where it comes from. It's how it impacts you, and you can hear. I hope that you can hear how I am impacted by this experience. I'm humbled, really humbled by that. I cannot find any the desire to be a dick or to be this sarcastic guy, just to throw a couple of jokes to make you laugh. I'm into this very serious, authentic, and very accepting state, which is amazing. And how much time? 25. I don't. If you're still here listening, so just to summarize, so the tiger thing was still, during this entire process, I was doing this tiger thing with my jaws. And then I felt, okay, it's done now. I had my lesson. I had my insight. I know that, okay, I need to release. I need to cry. I need to accept situation. I don't need to struggle, but really show these emotions, and that's what I realized. So I had the insight and I said, okay, it's enough now. It's enough. I would like to sleep. But no, I was still feeling the power of the drug. It's still in me, and I was always telling in my head, fucking 40 milliliters. I was expecting to have less of an effect with 40 milliliters instead of 60, but it was the entire it wasn't the case at all. It was the opposite. So now what? I was so at 5 a.m. finally. Okay, it wear off. I felt okay. I'm back again, and because it was daylight, we were allowed to go. So I tried to stood up, but I was extremely dizzy. I had a headache. I was dizzy. So I went out of the ceremony room and took the stairs and passed the pond, and then at this level, at the pond level, at the lake level, I could feel that I was weak and dizzy, and I said to myself, I won't be able to make it. I will faint. I will pass out now. I'm too weak. I'm too dizzy. It's too difficult. And when I had this thought, I could see the hill, just to go to my bungalow. And I said, you have to do it. I said to myself, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. It's possible. It's possible to do it. You just walk. And suddenly I cried again. The journey that I did from London with the taxi train station, then walking. This journey, I felt that I was doing exactly the same journey, from the hill to my bungalow, and crying, releasing all this. So, and then I arrived there. I said, you can do it. You did it. Despite all this, your dizziness and this. So I lay in my bed and I slept a little bit, and I had this headache that passed after a couple of hours. But as you can see, this experience is so powerful, and was so not what I was expecting at all. Where does it come from, all these things? I don't know. So yeah, that's my second experience. Tonight we had the third one, and I was really during the ceremony, the second ceremony, I was saying to myself, you won't take the third one, because it's too powerful. You have headaches and stuff, and what maybe you'll get something, it will injure you. You'll have a trauma. You're in your head. You'll become this fear. But when we had in this sharing session, we shared the experience, and I shared exactly what I told to you right now. And of course, there's so much more, but it will take maybe 2 hours if I told you exactly what happened, all the small details, other details that came up, but that was the core of the experience, what I've told you. But during the sharing session, you had people that were going for more. They were taking boosters, even if they were gone. They had this sense of they were courageous, and I felt like a coward not to do this third one. I'm the right thing, if you want, is to do it. This is what I felt. The right thing is to do it. And if I'm not doing, I'm going to this fear, to this lower self, not the higher self, the lower self. And if I'm here, it's because I want to go to this higher self, to this development, to be better, not in a sense of competition. So I will take this third one, and we'll see what will happen. Hope you're still here, and talk to you soon. It's Friday, 19th of December, the final day of this retreat. I will take the plane back to Dubai. The trip back from Ilios to Sao Paulo, and Sao Paulo to Dubai. And yesterday I had my final ceremony of Ayahuasca. It was really, again, very different from all the other experience that I got. So before going into details, I think I mentioned it at the very beginning, but I came here with the intention to get answers quickly, to come with a shortcut, to drink ayahuasca and basically, done. I got all the answers that I was looking for, like these fundamental questions. Where are we coming from? Why are we here? What is death? What is after death? Is there God? All these kind of questions that we all have. And, well, I believe that we all have these questions. So I couldn't figure it out till now, despite all the readings and that I done. And I've heard about ayahuasca, and I've heard that this is how you get answers immediately. All these questions, you got the answers. And because I was lacking these answers, I was living in fear, really. And so I was expecting that. I was expecting solving all my problems at once with this tea, with this ayahuasca tea or ayahuasca brew. And when we did, every time that you had a ceremony, the following day you share. Everyone shares what happened. What is the learnings? What are the insights? What was the journey with the visions and stuff. And one guy, actually the same guy that did with who I've took the taxi at the airport, the guy who is doing his ninth ceremony, he told us that he got all the answers to all the same question that I had. So he said, so I asked all these questions and I received all the answers. And I was so humbled by that. I always felt special. I always felt, okay, I'm more sensitive, I'm more quick. I'm a quick learner. I understand things quickly. I'm smart, and I always took myself with high esteem. Actually, so I was this arrogant dick, really. And to hear that, to hear this guy receiving all the answers, and me, last time I just realized that my heart was dying and that I need to cry. The difference was so different. We were at a different level. I was still doing basic stuff, very basic stuff. But he was on a different plane. He received all the answers that I'm still looking desperately. So during the sharing session, I felt very humbled. I felt I'm not even, there. I still have so much to do and to learn and to discover. But so I went to the third ceremony realizing that I thought I was in advance compared to everyone else, but in fact I was very well behind. So when we set up our intentions to say what do you want to, what you would like to get, or what do you hope to get from this ceremony, I just said, I didn't even ask for the big stuff. I said, okay, just try to show me what is the right path for me. What decision should I take in the next couple of years, or what? Because I have still this idea of be self-employed at some stage. And so really small question, because I wasn't even worthing it. I wasn't worth it. The big questions, I wasn't there yet. So I drank the tea, even though 2 days before I was very, the day before I was skeptical. I was very, should I do it again? Should I, I was again scared. But anyway, I did it. I drank the tea. And what happened is the effect was kind of immediate. No, immediate. After an hour, I guess. Ayahuasca took me. I started to have these feelings. I didn't shake. I didn't move. It wasn't like before, but I could feel it. And something happened. I'm not sure that it's the right sequence, but I was offered the choice between seeing stuff, seeing what, understanding, I guess, or seeing what I will, this path, these decisions, I guess. And that was in the left corner of the room, if I turn myself to this. Or I had the choice to help a girl who was lying next to me and who had started to have very difficult time. She was sobbing heavily. She was crying a lot. I could hear her. It seems like she was suffering. So I had the choice, really. Okay, so what do you want to do? You want to see things, or you want to help her? But it's one out of it two, so you don't have both, only one. So immediately I said, yeah, I want to help her. There's no doubt. I just want to help her. And I don't want to sound arrogant by saying this, okay, I will play the shining knight, saving the girls and stuff. It wasn't like this. It was really, helping. That's it. But then it became like this, because when I turned to her, I kind of felt proud of myself. I said, yeah, see, I choose right. I will choose to save her. And then I received this kind of lesson, of this insight to stay first. If you want to help her, it's not about you, it's about her. Simple. If you want to help people, forget yourself. You're not helping yourself. You're not feeling good about yourself. It's you don't feel good about yourself. It's about her, or the people that you want to help. And that's really something that just humbled me even more. It's forgetting yourself, forget your ego, and go to the people that you want to help. They count, you don't count, if you really want to help. You may hear the rain right now, and you can hear, maybe you heard the plates, because we will soon have dinner with the group. So when was I? Yeah, helping the girl. So she was struggling, and I turned myself towards the girl, and I said, okay, fine, so it's her. And I tried to forget this ego and go to this simple me, who I am, me. And I found this picture of myself, or I don't know if it was my higher self or how, I don't know but this, who is me? And this me was this kind of a boy, me as 8 years old, 9 years old boy who really was passionate about learning simple stuff like simple math, simple grammar, something which is the building blocks, fundamental stuff. And I was seeing myself as this courageous boy, really courageous and loyal, respectful, and wanting to do the right thing, almost like a character from a cartoon, these boys without no darkness, or very simple values. And it comes back to this, from this trip, is maybe not overcomplicating stuff, but go to the essential basic blocks. And maybe this is where I am. I need to go back to this basic. I always want to have these nuances and have this, it's not black and white, it's more complex, it's this and there, and going to all these kind of debates. And it can be more simple like that. To go to these values, very simple values. So I was in this place, kind of getting this vibe from this sensation, I guess. But still, I didn't know how to help her. I have no clue how to help this person. So I extended my arm, because it was almost I couldn't reach her, but I could, if I extended my arm, and if she extended her arm, we could touch hand. So I said, okay, I will extend my hand, and if she needs some help, she can grab my hand and she will feel safe. Because she was struggling, really, she was crying. It was the most deep cry that I've heard. And then I said, okay, no, forget it. Just, if maybe that's not the thing, if she needs to go through this. And so I was helpless, really. And the position I turned myself towards her. The position was uncomfortable. It was a struggle. I wanted to lay on my back, but I was on the side, and that wasn't very comfortable in this position. So, but I had this in my head, just to say, if you want to help her, stay there. But to cut a long story short, it's I didn't do anything. I couldn't help her, and finally I just turned myself on the back, and then I was lying on the back, and then I even turned my back on herself at some stage, at the end. And let's go back to know how to help people. I think I don't have this level right now. I don't have the right level. I'm still a beginner. So I have this ICF coaching credentials. I was just, I have that. At least I have that, but it don't seems like it's not even enough. It's not even a start. So there's lots of things that went on this this trip. I've seen my wife as well, understand how much she was doing and I was not helping. Again, seen my son Maxime, the first one, not Adam the autistic, but Maxime, seeing how much he needs me. So I had so many things going on, so many feelings and stuff, and it's I don't know if really I had to record this. It's 6 hours. It's really a 6 hours movie when you're tripping. Yeah, because it's a trip. So I came here in Brazil with looking for answers, the final answers to everything, and then I'm done because I'm fine as I am. And I just start to realize that I'm not even at the beginning of my journey here. If I want to be this better person, I'm not even. So I'm not self-beating myself. I'm not saying that I'm not worth anything or these kind of things. It's not like this, but it's just realizing is if you have this ambition, show it. Do something about it. So kind of I receive an answers from my intention. Okay, what is the path that you want to do? And the path really is clear. Is helping people, as dumb as it can sound. Dumb, yeah. So what can I do? How can I help them efficiently and not being like this helpless guy? So I'm just starting. So this experience is you expect something and you get something totally different. And I don't care what it is. I've said it again. I don't care where does it come from. Is it the drug? Is it your subconscious? Is it the plant itself? Is it the spirits? I don't know. All these out of this world realities that they're talking about. It doesn't matter. It's about the results. So if you're doubtful, you just, and I'm sure you may have this feeling to laugh and to say, yeah, he's a silly junkie, getting high and stuff. think, ask yourself, what makes you so uncomfortable? I got results with this, and these results are so different from what I was expecting. So I get this feeling of being humbled, again, that's the word, but also being back to earth, where I'm equal with everyone else. I'm not more in advance. I'm just like the others. I'm just one among the others, and I need to do something about it. I need to better myself. I need to and you see, I'm just hesitating because all this need, it's something else. I guess, is it the ego talking again? I don't know. But I have these doubts actually now. It's just going back to what is fundamental again, going back to this basic and start over. I don't know. So see, there's doubt, but there's also hope, I guess. So anyway, it's a very different episode here. Very different, very long. I think I will have like 2 hours maybe of recordings. But at the end of the day, is it worth it? This experience, absolutely. It's incredible. The impact that it has, this experience has, is incredible. Will I do it again? Yes, absolutely. I will do it again. Because it's not enough. It's not 3 times or 6 times, or I don't know how many times you take them, and how much work do you need to do on yourself. And maybe you'll never get the answers that you want to. But it's a constant work. This is what it is. It's a constant work. It's not a done deal. It's done. I'm perfect. That's it. I don't think that you can be perfect, actually. So I think I'm accepting myself better now. I found hard times to do a sarcastic comment or to use humor. I really want to be in this kind of authentic, peaceful self. So I don't know what will happen next, but that was my adventure. The adventure in Itikare, the Spirit Wine Center. Spirit Wine. Hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, by the way, don't hesitate to send an email via the form on the website. And ciao.